Happy Monday, everybody. This is a slideshow for a project about Landart. So if you missed last week's assignment, excuse me, where you had to make a slideshow about a land artist and do some research, you'll want to do that before you try to do this, just because it'll give you some background knowledge of what land art is. It'll give you some ideas for what you might want to do, and it's just interesting. So, all right, so this week I have one assignment, but it'll take you a little while to do. So that's why I'm not posting a second assignment, just like last week. This will also count as one test grade and one daily grade if you choose to do it. So it can really improve your third quarter average. So it'd be a really good one to do. And it'll just be a fun one to do because it's outside and it's a little different. And I think that a lot of you will enjoy it. So you're going to make a land art sculpture outdoors. You're going to photograph it and you're going to turn it in. And those are the only rules, quote unquote rules. So I don't have a rubric for this one. I don't have like you have to use this, or this. I don't have specifics. And that's not because I'm trying to be lazy. I just don't want to move in on your creativity. And I know that everyone lives in a different area. So some of you might live near the woods, some of you might only have like grass and a sidewalk to work with. And that's okay. So I want everyone to just think about what you have around you and use that. Yep, as I said, this assignment will count as 2 grades. So it should take you about 40 minutes to an hour to design and create. So that's like the guideline that I've been using for assignments as to if I give you 1 or 2 a week. So that's why this one will count as 2. So here's some inspiration from the internet. I just did some searches for high school land art. I don't want you to look something up and then try to copy it. These are just for inspiration. So this one would be more of something you could probably do in the fall rather than right now. I don't know, you might be able to do something like this right now. But the idea is simple, right? So collecting a lot of leaves that are similar colors, but not the same colors. They probably had to lay them out and kind of categorize them and then put them in a way that made it look like one color was changing into the other color. Now note that right here, I say it should take you about 40 minutes to an hour to design and create. So it might take you 30 minutes to figure it out, design it, gather all your materials, and then 10 minutes to create it. Or it might be the opposite. It might take you no time to come up with the idea, but then it might take you 30 or 40 minutes to make it. So that's up to you. Okay, here's one that is clearly inspired by that Andy Goldsworthy piece from last week's slideshow, where the roots were glowing. And so these aren't tree roots. I don't know what they've done here. It almost looks like dirt or cement and then rocks on top to make it look like tree roots. But then they've gathered these leaves and put them in the center of the roots there. If you want to do something inspired by the artist that you picked from last week, that would be pretty cool. So I know I said don't find something on the web and copy it, but it would be a neat tribute to a professional artist, I think. So here's one that's really simple. They've just gone out into the woods. They've raked out a place, cleared a spot, and then they've made like a yin-yang sign here in rocks. So that one probably be one that's feasible to do. Some of these are going to take a lot of time. Like this one, that's going to take way too much time unless you just have a lot of time on your hands. I thought this was super cool. This one is probably done in some sort of group work and would take way too much time to do for this assignment. But you could take this idea and you could run with that. So it doesn't have to be a person that you've drawn out. It could be anything. And then filling the inside of it with other natural elements. That would work. That would be cool. Okay, this one isn't necessarily land art, but I really liked the idea of it. I thought it was really creative. And so they've just used food, right, at their house. So it looks like they've used cucumber, carrot, probably rosemary leaves. I don't know what is in the center here, but it's a mandala essentially, but it's just made out of natural things. This one is super cool. If I had to guess, I would imagine that this one was made by an entire class, because this is going to take a long time. But you could carry the essence of this over into your own thing. And then I've got a couple here that are just really accessible, I think. So they've went and gathered anything that they could that was colorful, and then they've designed just a cool little sculpture. Remember what's neat about Landart too is that usually the artists just leave it there and other people discover it. So imagine this is on the side of a sidewalk, and people in your neighborhood walk by it. They're probably going to stop and look at it, which is pretty cool. And it's probably going to get destroyed or blown away or something at some point, but that's just part of it. This one is kind of similar to the last one, where they've used like a pumpkin and then they've stuck sticks into it and made, almost looks like a little house. But I could also see this one just like sitting on sitting somewhere where someone might come across it. Yeah. Okay, this is the last one. And this one, I kind of cheated. This one is from thisiscolossal.com. So it's not a high school artist. It's a professional artist. But I thought it was pretty doable. So they've cleared this land. And then it looks like they've taken sticks and stuck them into the earth, but they've put a leaf on the stick first. So I put this one on here because I was thinking, if you were like hiking an area or just walking in the woods and you came across this, how cool would this be? You don't know who did it. Someone obviously did it for you to see it, but it's just there. So, all right. So remember that this is your task. You're just going to create a land sculpture outdoors with what is around you. You're going to take a picture. You're going to turn it in. To be a little bit more clear on what I mean by turning it in, because some of you have had some questions about Canvas, I'm just going to show you. So you're going to find Landart sculpture. You can do it here, or it will be at the bottom here. It's not there now, but it'll be there too. Oh, it's not published, so I can't show you this. Darn. Sorry. Anyway, it'll be right here. There'll be the video like usual. The only other thing I'm going to have you do is you're going to have to upload a JPEG of your, or a picture of your sculpture. And then in a comment, just tell me why you made what you made. So, it may be that you live in an apartment building and the only thing around is grass. So you knew that you had to make something out of grass. And you chose to do an outline of your favorite video game character or whatever. That's what I'm looking for, is just what you did and why you did it. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I really, really liked the slideshows that you all made, and it seemed like you guys were pretty into the land art idea in general. It's a really cool way of being an artist, because you are using nature and a lot of people get to see it, whereas most people aren't going to get to see much art unless they go to the museum. So yeah, it's a very accessible type of art. So if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Obviously, don't do something that your parents don't want you to do. So if you're going outside to make this and you need to go somewhere or walk somewhere, ask them if that's okay. And otherwise, I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.